In today's appearance before Congress, Postmaster General Louis DeJoy boasted that he's got the mail trucks rolling on time. But to what end? Let's talk about that, because timely mail delivery, like justice, matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So Louis DeJoy, Postmaster General, testified again today to Congress. Let's talk about who Louis DeJoy is and what qualifies him to be Postmaster General. And then let's talk about what he believes is his marquee achievement since being named as Postmaster General, because it's something he mentioned over and over again in his testimony. First of all, who is Louis DeJoy? Well, his bio tells us that he is a career businessman and Republican Party fundraiser. He was the CEO for 30 years of a company called New Breed Logistics, which then became XPO Logistics. And these are companies that are, quote, managers of supply chains, close quote. Louis DeJoy has exactly 0 days of public service in his background. Not one day of federal government service, not one day of state government service or local government service, not one day of military service. No public service before being named as the head of what is arguably the largest public service organization of our country, the United States Postal Service, where, postal workers don't go to get rich, they go to serve the public. In the months before he was named as Postmaster General, we do know that he donated $360,000 to the Trump Victory Fund, after which Donald Trump named him Postmaster General and named his wife as the ambassador to Canada. At the time he was named Postmaster General, Louis DeJoy was the president of yet another company, something called LDJ Global Strategies, and here's how that company is described. It's described as, quote, a boutique firm with interests in real estate, private equity consulting, and project management, close quote. If you tell me that you're a fireman or a nurse or a grocer or a school teacher, I sort of instantly know what it is you do and how you go about helping people. If you tell me that you're not just a Republican Party fundraiser, but the president of a boutique firm with interests in real estate, private equity consulting, and project management. So here is one other job, position, that Louis DeJoy held that I think is worth knowing about. Louis DeJoy was also one of 3 Deputy Finance Chairmen for the Republican National Committee, one member of a 3-person team. You know who the other 2 Deputy Finance Chairmen of the Republican National Committee were, together with Louis DeJoy? Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's former lawyer and now convicted felon, and this guy, Elliot Broidy, another businessman who is being investigated by the Department of Justice for possible illegal lobbying. Oh, and who the Wall Street Journal reported paid a Playboy Playmate $1.6 million to buy her silence. That was the team of 3 Deputy Finance Chairmen for the Republican National Committee: DeJoy, Broidy, and Cohen. So that's who Louis DeJoy is. Let's talk about what he believes his crowning achievement, his marquee accomplishment is as Postmaster General. He mentioned it over and over again in his congressional testimony, boasted about it even. He has succeeded in getting the mail trucks rolling on time. And that sounds like an accomplishment, no? No. Because we've come to learn that although those trucks are rolling on time, they often don't have the mail in them that they're supposed to be delivering. And no, you can't make this stuff up, folks. The media obtained some memos that were issued after Postmaster General DeJoy joined the U.S. Postal Service. And here's one called Mandatory Stand-Up Talk, All Employees, issued in June of 2020. And in pertinent part, here's how this memo reads. All operations must meet our 24-hour clock commitment. All trips will depart on time. Late trips are no longer authorized or accepted. Extra trips are no longer authorized or accepted. And here comes the caveat. One aspect of these changes that may be difficult for employees is that, temporarily, we may see mail left behind or mail on the workroom floor or on the docks, which is not typical. We will address root causes of these delays and adjust the very next day. So, the mail will pile up on the mailroom floor and on the docks because they haven't made it onto the trucks that must run on time. And so as it piles up, the solution is easy. We'll just address it the very next day. Now, I'm no logistics expert like Postmaster General DeJoy, but that plan seems to have some challenges. If the mail piles up on the workroom floor or on the docks and it doesn't go out in a timely manner, won't twice as much pile up the very next day? You know, we also learned in today's congressional hearing that timely first-class mail delivery took a nosedive beginning in July after implementation of the DeJoy Deal With It Tomorrow plan. But hey, at least he's got the trains running on, or the trucks running on time. Have I mentioned, folks, that we need to vote in numbers too big to rig? Too big to rig? And might I add that if you're thinking about voting by mail, you might want to get your ballot down to the post office a little bit early this year. Folks, stay safe. I'll talk with you tomorrow.